Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Persia officials have released an image depicting what appears to be a simulated nuclear strike on the Holy Land. Wow. It's not over. It's not over. That's what Persia is saying right now. It's not over. So we're going to see what's going on with this one here. This is a bombshell report. Persia officials post image that appears to depict a nuclear strike on the Holy Land. In other words, Persia saying we still have uranium. That's what he's saying. We still have the uranium. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you again for your support. An advisor to Persia Parliament Speaker has shared an image that seems to show a nuclear strike on the Holy Land. Madai, a strategic advisor to, I'm gonna skip their names, posted the image in an Instagram story on Saturday. The image showed a map of Holy Land with two mushroom clouds positioned over its territory, in iconography rightly recognized as symbolizing atomic blast. Two mushroom clouds. Two mushroom clouds. And this is basically nuclear. That's what it is. So they have nukes. They possibly have nukes. They're telling the Holy Land, we already got the uranium. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave comments down below. Man. So Persia continues to deny any ambitions to acquire nuclear, dismissing international concerns as politically driven. Last month, the Sleeping Giant airstrikes targeted major Persian nuclear facility at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. The strike came after days of Holy Land campaign against Persia, where the JEWS states used cruise missile and deep penetration bombs to damage infrastructure and affiliated military units. In October, a group of lawmakers called on Persia's supreme leader to review the country's defense doctrine and consider adopting nuclear equipment. Wow. And there is a new map. The Holy Land is going to present a new map. And basically talking about ending the war. And it seems like the Holy Land want to take control of Rafah and certain regions in Gaza. Wow. Things are really, really tough nowadays. So give me a second here. All right, so this is what the Holy Land are planning to do. The Holy Land present redeployment map with troops occupying 40% of Gaza land. The maps show Holy Land forces occupying around 40% of Gaza, with Palestine concentrated in Rafah before being deported to Egypt. Give me a second. Let me just see what's going on here, guys. So this is basically some kind of new map. All right, the idea, the plan on ending all this, and at the same time, Iran just dropped a picture of nukes. So Holy Land presented maps during the ongoing truce talks in Doha, showing its redeployment plan in Gaza if a cease plan is not reached. The maps show around 40% of the strip being occupied, including the entire Rafah governorate. Now, according to the media, the map shows a plan for displaced Palestinian the population to be concentrated in Rafah and then forcibly deported to Egypt. Man, they really trying to get rid of them. Wow. It also shows Holy Land forces stationed deep into areas along the separation fence, extending to 3 kilometers in some areas. It states that the Holy Land forces will be redeployed to many parts of Gaza. So they're going to be having some military stuff there, including those regions. I'm going to skip all those names there. Other key areas such as Salah al-Din Street and al-Karawa will also have Holy Land forces redeployed there. And I think Hamas is going to be like, nope, it ain't going to happen. Around 700,000, that's the population, I guess, will be prevented from returning to their homes. Actually, no, the population is like over 1 million, if I'm not mistaken. So around 700,000 of Palestinians who will be prevented from returning to their homes. The map states, wow, with most of them likely pushed into displacement center in Rafah. Once again, the People's sources said that ongoing negotiations are complex due to hardline Holy Land positions, which have hindered real progress. The negotiations in Doha are facing a setback and complex difficulties due to Holy Land insistence as of Friday on presenting a map of withdrawal, which is actually a map of redeployment and repositioning of the Holy Land Army rather than a genuine withdrawal, a Palestinian source told AFP. Another source accused Holy Land of stalling and obstructing the agreement in order to continue the biblical war of extermination. Now it says here, the latest developments come as the Holy Land forces taken at least 26 Palestinians who on Saturday since dawn, including at least 13 in Gaza. Now, staff at the facility said the Holy Land bombing targeted tents housing displaced from a so-called humanitarian zone in the central Gaza. Let's stop here for a second. So, again, you got innocents are getting hit. And Donald, where's Donald at? He's not saying nothing about it. But when Russia does it, Donald gets involved and calls Vladimir, he's evil and blah, 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 blah. But again, like I say, guys, Donald needs to remove the speck out of his own eyes before he starts yapping his mouth at Putin. Because Benjamin is also doing the same. Actually, I think Benjamin is doing a lot worse. Once again, the UN Human Rights Office also announced that almost 800 Palestinians who have been out since May while they were trying to get humanitarian aid. Most of the passing have been linked to the controversial Sleeping Giant and the Holy Land-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The UN agency, the UNRWA, renewed its calls for Holy Land to lift the siege in Gaza. In a statement, the agency wrote, "No soap, no clean water. The young ones in the strip can't be bathed properly because of the ongoing siege. This, coupled with overcrowded shelter and summer heat, can lead to dire consequences." Donald, where you at? Donald, where you at? You know, you talk about this innocent being taken out by the bear drones. Donald, what about this one here? Donald, where you at? Where you at? You say you care about the young ones, or too many innocent being taken out. Donald, look at this, man. This is your buddy. This is Ben. He's doing this. Donald? Donald. It's just very sad. Very sad. So once again, the siege must be lifted. The Holy Land biblical war on the Strip has taken over 61,700 since October, and the aggression has leveled entire neighborhoods and plunged the Strip into a humanitarian crisis. The biblical war has been determined, I'm going to skip that name, by leading right groups Amnesty International. All right, so that's where we are right now with that one. So the Holy Land, to present deployment map with soldiers occupying 40% of the Strip. What are you guys' thoughts? Leave comments down below. Let me go back on X. So a lot of people sharing it about the nuclear mushroom cloud on the Holy Land. You got some people just not pleased with it. Persian released an image depicting a simulated nuclear strike on Holy Land. This is an existential warning, and the Holy Land should consider a preemptive nuclear strike now. Does Holy Land have nukes? If they do, that's wrong. Because, again, it doesn't show that the Holy Land has nukes. There's only a few countries. Persia official posts image that appears to depict a nuclear strike on the Holy Land. 2 mushroom clouds. Wow. Again, don't fall asleep on this one here, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I go check something out really quick here. If you can, please share the video. I really appreciate it. The more thumbs up, the better. Yeah, it seems like this is all of it right now. This is going to be a little bit off topic. Please pray for the people in Tennessee. Something big just went down. I want to bring this one up. So there was an event, a shoot event at Tennessee. Class reunion. Oh, class reunion. Multiple impacted. Oh, man. A class reunion at the Tyner Community Center in the Chattanooga turned bad today afternoon after situations were fired, leaving multiple impacted, according to police. Now, the building was swarmed by law enforcement And once again, the police department now says there is no ongoing warning or threat to the public, but detail remain limited. Man, sending prayers to the people out there injured. All right, guys, it seems like this is going to be all the information here. And yeah, it seems like this is going to be all of it. I got some more videos coming up. Again, do me a favor, pray for the Holy Land, pray for everyone. And pray for me, I pray for you. We are definitely in a really, really hard times here. This is like Mystery of Babylon, city being wiped out, and nuclear is like the one that could do stuff like that. 2 mushroom clouds in that picture is no joke. It means a possibility they have 2 nuclear already. But again, this is where we are right now. Don't fall asleep on Persia. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.